Welcome back to another edition of the GYMLESS Coaches Rundown. It is the 29th of April. It is a Wednesday. We are going back to your supersetting work. Don't forget, this is the last week of your cycle. So please, I know it might get a little bit tedious with it, but we are still looking for progressions throughout. You're never too good for the basics and foundational movements of strength and conditioning. Your A work, we're going to slightly switch around the exercises and slightly change up the rep schemes. So just make sure you do read what up in the prescription of the exercise so we don't mess it up. Otherwise, we have Tammy here to demonstrate our movements. Your first superset for the day will be every 2 minutes for 3 to 4 sets of 10 to 15, 1 1/4 cycle squats, followed by 10 to 12 alternating jump lunges. Now in the cycle squats, notice how Tammy has elevated her heels, her feet are narrow and her toes are facing forward. In the cycle squat, what we're looking for is still to maintain tempo, even though you are doing 1 1/4 reps. So the tempo occurs on the first entrance down into the squat. So 3 seconds down, 3, 2, 1/4 down and up. 3, 2, 1/4 down and up. Now, if you have a backpack or a dumbbell or a kettlebell, you can just load it in your front rack or goblet position. After you've done your 10 to 15 reps, you'll then move to your 10 to 12 alternating jump lunges. Knee starts on the floor, just enough of a jump so that you can swap your feet. If you're feeling like Superman or Superwoman, by all means, you can still weight this movement. For your B work, every 2 minutes for 3 to 4 sets, 10 to 15 bag bicep curls, followed by 8 to 15 of a pulling exercise. The pulling exercise that we'll demonstrate today will be a bag bent over row. So the first movement, 10 to 15 bag bicep curls, elbows stay locked in by the side. Notice we're only looking at elbow flexion. No swinging of the torso, no swinging of the arms. After your 10 to 15 reps, Tammy will then move straight into her next movement. She's choosing the bent over row. Now don't forget, if the bent over row feels comfortable, we can always add and apply tempo. So for example, she can pause for 2 seconds at the top, 3 seconds on the way down. Row up, hold 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. A little bit more time under tension will just make it a little bit harder for you. Of course, if you have a TRX or towels or rings available to you, you can do some sort of rowing variation, or you can row with a barbell, dumbbell, or kettlebell, or of course, some pull-ups. For your third piece today, every 2 minutes for 3 to 4 sets, we're gonna start with the dips, 6 to 15 reps. Feet will walk out in front of Tammy, hips nice and close to the bench, hands just outside shoulder width, and we're looking for her shoulder to just pass below the line of the elbow. We're looking for 6 to 15 reps. Now, if you have a dip bar available to you or rings available, of course, you can choose to dip in those. Or if it's too hard for you, then Tammy can simply bend her knees just to take a little bit of weight out of her upper body. After her chair dips, she'll then move to strict push-ups. Last week, we had hand release push-ups, and what we saw quite a bit of was a bit of snaking. And what we don't want to see this week is that. Exactly that. So, thank you for the great demonstration of snaking, Tammy. Today, she's now going to show us the strict push-ups. In the strict push-up, we are looking for the chest and thighs to come to the floor at the same time. Notice that the chest and thighs are not breaking in the middle. As she presses back up, the chest and thighs leave the floor at the same time. Again, touch the floor, straight back up. Touch the floor, straight back up. Again, if you're getting through your 15 reps, the next thing you can do is just add some tempo. So Tammy's going to add a 1 second hold at the bottom and up. Down again, 1, 2, hold and up. Beautiful. Now, if it's too hard to do with your feet on the floor, of course, we can scale it to dropping the knees down on the floor and pressing back up. A nice little variation for you guys. If that's still too easy for you and you're caught in between a full push-up and a kneeling push-up, you can lower down on your feet under control, drop the knees to the floor, press back up. Back to the feet, lower down, drop to the knees, press back up. Beautiful.